There's this really fascinating state of consciousness that kind of sits right on the edge of sleep and waking life. It's a place of incredibly deep rest where you are still somehow aware. This is the world of Yoga Nidra, or conscious sleep, and honestly, it might just change the way you think about rest forever.
Think about this for a second. Have you ever woken up from a really deep, dreamless sleep and you just knew, wow, I slept so well? Of course you have. But if your thinking mind was totally offline, who was it that knew? Who was the witness to your sleep? It's a bit of a paradox, right? And that very paradox is the doorway to understanding Yoga Nidra.
So, Yoga Nidra doesn't just ask that question, it actually offers a direct way to go explore that mysterious aware state. So, let's get into what this yogic sleep really is. Okay, so at its core, Yoga Nidra is this really unique state. On the outside, your body looks like it's in a deep, deep sleep. But on the inside, your consciousness is still active. It's awake on a much more subtle level. It's basically the practice of keeping your awareness online while your body and your chattering mind completely power down. The practice has all these different names, and they all point to this central paradox. Sleepless sleep, dynamic sleep, these aren't just poetic little phrases. They actually describe the experience perfectly. A mind that is both profoundly still and, at the same time, incredibly alert. And this gets to the very heart of the philosophy. The whole practice is built on the idea that a deeper part of you, call it your inner self, it never actually sleeps. It's always there, always aware. Yoga Nidra is simply the technique to consciously connect with that part of yourself. And look, this isn't some new wellness trend that just popped up last year. The quest to explore this state of conscious sleep is deeply, deeply woven into the fabric of ancient yogic traditions. I mean, this concept has an incredible lineage stretching back thousands of years. It shows up in ancient scriptures like the Vedas, where you see deities like Vishnu resting in the state of cosmic Yoga Nidra. It's central to the Upanishads' exploration of consciousness, and later it gets codified in classical texts like the Hatha Pradipika. So yeah, this is not a new idea, it's a timeless one. So, how does one actually do this? How do you travel from our busy, waking state all the way to this profound inner stillness? Well, it's a systematic, guided journey inward. The path is actually surprisingly straightforward. It kicks off with some simple physical preparation, then it moves into a deep awareness of your body and breath, and from there into more subtle energetic practices, and it all wraps up with a gentle return to waking. Each step methodically builds on the last, starting with the body. The practice begins by just getting completely comfortable, lying down in what's called the corpse posture, or shavasana. The key here is to systematically move your awareness through your body, part by part, and consciously let go of any tension you find. You're basically preparing the body to become perfectly still. So, from the body, your focus shifts to the breath. At first, you just notice the sensation of the breath at your nostrils. Simple enough. Then you start to expand that awareness, feeling as if the breath is flowing through your entire body. The goal here is just to allow the breath to become smooth, slow, and totally effortless. Okay, now the practice shifts from the physical to the energetic. You begin to visualize your breath as a stream of energy moving up and down your spine. This is all about guiding your awareness along the central channel of what yogis call the subtle body. Think of it like an energetic map that underlies your physical form. The journey then turns even deeper inward, focusing on specific energy centers known as chakras. The first stop is the Ajna chakra, that point right between the eyebrows, often called the third eye. And the instruction is super simple. Just rest your awareness right there. From the third eye, that point of focus gently moves down to the throat center, which is the Vishuddha chakra. And again, no strain, no effort, you just allow your awareness to rest in this space. And finally, awareness comes to rest in the heart center, the Anahata chakra. This is the crucial stage. Right here, the invitation is to let go of absolutely everything. Images, thoughts, sensations, and just sink into the deep stillness you find there. This is really the gateway to the true state of Yoga Nidra. Now, it's really, really important to make a distinction here. This might sound like a very deep relaxation exercise, and don't get me wrong, it is, but Yoga Nidra is fundamentally different. Here's the key difference. Most relaxation techniques involve the mind doing something. Visualizing a beach, focusing on a sensation. Yoga Nidra aims to go beyond all that, to a state of pure awareness without any object. No images, no thoughts, just an awareness of empty space. It's not about the process of relaxing, it's about arriving at a state of pure, thought-free consciousness.
An ancient text, the Hatha Pradipika, uses this really powerful analogy to describe it. It says the mind merges with consciousness, like camphor in a fire or salt in water. The idea is that the individual, separate sense of me completely dissolves into a much larger reality.
So why do all this? Well, the goal isn't just to relax, even though that's a fantastic side effect. The ultimate aim is transcendence. It's about experiencing a state of being that exists beyond the constant chatter of the mind, and directly connecting with that ever-present, silent awareness that is your true self.
And that leaves us with a final question to just ponder. We spend pretty much our entire lives identified with our thoughts. If you could step beyond them, even just for a moment, and just be purely conscious, purely aware, what might you discover about yourself and about the nature of reality itself?